And the button is clicked. I don't think they caught that, but we'll see. Time will tell.
I hope not.
The FCC is going to listen to 2 seconds and be like, "Oh, hell no."
People are going to look at me differently. They're going to be like, "How much?"
You can't joke about that thing. That
chick is cool.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I get solicited 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah,
By men.
Back off, man. Josh isn't in.
By men. I'm like, hey, $20 is $20, right? Tonight's episode is brought to you by air conditioning because it's hotter than a jalapeno's armpit. Oh my God, I'm over this heat. I haven't been able to paint. I'm just like, whatever.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you. Music Lovers Only.
Hey.
It is hotter than a jalapeno's armpits, hotter than Satan's bathwater. It's been hot. It's been.
I'm not real up to date on either one of those things. I mean, the hot part I am, but I don't know what neither one the other. You know.
I'm using my imagination, of course. I don't know what either one of those things would be like.
Yeah, it's like, does Satan take baths? I feel like he would be a shower person. So much to do.
Well, one of the other ones was hotter than Satan's kitty, hotter than Satan's cat. I was like,
okay.
Oh, these are southern expressions for how hot it is.
I gotcha. My
brain has been frazzled all week. It's been a long week. I think we all can attest to that.
Yeah.
It was still just the regular 7 days, 24 hours a day, all those things, but it felt longer and harder, you know?
Yeah. It was kind of and I really think it's just because of the heat.
Yeah,
and we're under a drought. I was driving down McLean, I think it was, and whatever street the river runs down.
Yeah.
And it was so dry. It was so terribly dry.
My yard's part of that.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, it's drought. It is a drought. It's a problem.
Well, I skinned out of here after our nooner last Saturday and went down to Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Checked out some food and the tower, the Timothy McVeigh bombing, and then just the downtown area. And then Sunday we went over to Frontier City. That was pretty fun. The kid had never been on a roller coaster yet, and I was like, it's time.
Yeah. Did you go with? Well, yeah, you went with her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We took.
We only took her so he could go. I mean, yes.
I don't know. Have you guys been to Frontier City before?
Yeah,
I have, but it's been 15 plus years since I've been.
Yeah. It's tiny. I did not realize how tiny it was.
Oh yeah.
But it was cheaper than Ocean Worlds of Fun or whatever would be. Six Flags, but
yeah, but isn't.
I mean, it was $80 for 2 of us, which I'm sure at there it would have been at least $80 a person. I think.
Just depends, man. If you just look around for, I don't know. It cost us way more than that, but we did the fast passes, and we were like that. Like, I ain't waiting. I am not waiting. I'm not rich enough in life to do a lot of things, but I can afford the fast passes, and I'm gonna get them. That's where I was. It was like for our first couple of years, we couldn't do the fast passes. Just that trip tapped us out so much that we bought the tickets in advance, and there was no even we hated the fast pass people. And we became the fast pass people, and we got it.
I'll be like, I don't like you spending that extra $45.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. There's 4 of us. Remember, it's just like we got to do it. We got to do it.
Well, that's why I quit liking going because of the wait. But this one, we got there right when they opened, and so we got through all the main ones before with like an hour and a half.
Right.
And then people started filtering in, and so with the log jam or whatever they called it, but I don't know what
those ones get crazy, especially when it's hot.
Oh yeah,
we didn't.
People love that water.
Yeah, we didn't get to do that one because I was like, I'm not waiting. I haven't waited all day, and I'm not waiting. And so we were all kind of tired anyhow by that time.
Yeah, that's a lot of walking. You walked probably like 5 or 6 miles for a day at the amusement park. The last time we walked,
we were so stuffed on food too. We ate the continental breakfast, and then they had a Waffle House right by it. So I was like, we gotta hit the Waffle House, man.
What? You had 2 breakfasts?
Yeah, we had Waffle House for lunch, and then
I was gonna say I would have done it for lunch. Yeah, you can do that as long as it's hour in between. That's fine. That's lunch.
Were there any fights?
There was no fights. I was a little disappointed. No fights.
That's
sad. Noon at the Waffle House is pretty tame. Like you go at like 7 in the morning or 9 at night, and shit's fun at the Waffle House.
Yeah, this was like 10:30, 11. So all the blood had been mopped up, and the dead bodies been dug out, and
all the hookers were gone,
and a side of gravy, and everything was good.
All right.
That first ride though, I was like, oh god, it was the Viking one.
Oh man!
And it started messing with my stomach, and I just imagined me puking onto the people on the other side, and then I started imagining them puking on me, and I'm like,
oh man! And I imagine me on the ground getting the video of this and finally going viral.
Look at this guy!
Puke! Lord, Bubba!
Stand by me.
Everybody's just going by the end. I'd be puking too because I can't watch it. Just thinking about it now, I'm just trying to be funny because I'm gaggy. But
the operator starts puking and forgets to hit stop and like falls over and knocks it up to top speed, and it just starts going fast.
Oh my god! There's so much puke slinging around.
Oh my god!
Anyways,
how do we get here? Amusement park. Okay, so that was your first ride.
Right.
All right. Rest of the trip went good.
Yes. No puking. We all had fun. Home by 5, and it was great.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I'm not doing anything this weekend. Oh no. I thought about our buddy in Missouri, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. He's got a cabin. And I was like, I'll swing out there and just crash with crash the party. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I hate sleeping at people's houses. I'll be like, this isn't my house, and this isn't a hotel.
I've been known to go sleep in my car.
yeah, because I don't want to be in there. I don't know you. Like I know you, but I don't bed sheet know you.
With somebody with like a family and stuff though is even, if like it's I got a couple single buddies I didn't mind crashing on the couch at.
Yeah.
But if they got a family and they're all trying to get it, just like if you ain't got a basement that nobody goes in and like it's not used where I can just go, then I'm probably going to get a hotel or sleep in my car.
Yeah, because they're gonna put you in the kids' pee bed, dude. Every time.
100%. One time we stayed with some friends down in Dallas. We went to a game, and man, we slept in their son's bed. Like I remember, it just ruined the experience because the bed was so shitty. I'm like, first I was mad at them for making the kids sleep in that bed, and then the whole thing was just like, it's horrible. Like what? I told Amy, I was like, we're gonna go sleep in the car. We're gonna get a hotel. She's like, we'll go to a hotel tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk 90s one-hit wonders. And I think out of all the decades, I think the 90s probably had the most, for the decade. I think
I'd say 90s and 2000s. I think like the 2000s, the first you could get a bunch because there was a ton that I thought I was going to put on my list that rolled right into like 0203.
Yeah.
Well,
through the 60s and 70s, it seemed like, it was harder to get. You actually had to have talent to get into the music industry. And
not really. I've seen some terrible 1960s videos, and I was like, I see why I don't know your name.
Well, okay, but for the most part, you couldn't just fake it, or they didn't have auto tune and stuff like that. The 90s, it brought a lot of gimmicks. It seemed like
Yeah.
And I got some on mine. I've got like 10 or 15. I haven't even numbered them really yet, so we'll do it by the fly. But
I got my 5, and then I got my extra. I don't think we're gonna cross over. I don't think we are. I don't feel like it.
And then they're looking at the list. There were some that kind of pissed me off that they were on the list. I was like, what? Okay, I didn't go by number one hits. It didn't have to be a number one. A hit record is considered, any record that sells a lot of copies or makes a lot of money. So it didn't have to be number one hits. If they made it onto a chart, I would consider it, even if there were 33 or, 33 on the 100 chart, that's a hit. You sold some records and you made it onto a chart.
Yeah.
Not Tom's chart, the Billboard or one of the big charts, but,
I would just consider if I remembered hearing them on the radio or you played them at a party or something like that was kind of how I went off of my list.
But
I went with
the songs. Go ahead.
Oh, I just went with my feelings. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But the songs that are played on the radio, they were the hits and they were being pushed, for whatever reasons, money. They were being pushed. So,
or at the time, you never know if it was a promoter that was trying to get with somebody and one in the band. Who knows, man? In the 90s, shit was different. It was cooler, man.
Yeah, if you knew the DJ, you could get your song on the radio.
Oh my God, yeah. Hey, Mr. DJ, there was a whole song about it. Too bad she was too famous to be on the list.
Yeah, like I said, we'll get into some of the ones that pissed me off at the end, just so we don't get anybody's song.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell me if it was one of mine's one of the ones that piss you off. That'll make me laugh.
They all did, Casey. I already know.
I would hope so. That's. I figured I'm surprised that everybody keeps having me back. My list. No, I'm just joking.
I'm surprised you guys keep coming back because I'm an overbearing podcast host.
Yeah. I fired all my. If I'm going to fire my podcast. No, I'm just joking.
I like your podcast. I'll watch it for a while, but it's hard to sit anywhere on the internet for an hour because there's other stuff going on the internet.
I get it. We get it. Nah, we have our faithful, but we're fun. That's why we want to segment and do stuff like that so where people can tune in for their 10 minutes that they like the most, which is I think the best way about what you can get on the internet, 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. All right. One hit wonders.
You got the Spinner of Doom. Let's see if I can get this queued up and act like a professional. Woo! Hey, did you guys notice I'm talking onto the right side of the microphone today?
Were you talking on the left side last week? I didn't.
See, I put a sticker on there, so.
Oh, okay. Because you brought up the sticker, and I was like, "Yes, a sticker."
Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey!
Put me on the spot. Right?
You haven't had done a first in a while, I don't think, man.
Congratulations!
Very long. I don't. I like taking the back seat, but
do your thing.
We will. Oh yeah. I thought you were just like, do your thing, boy. Get it. I was like, oh yeah, my thing.
It's your thing.
do what you want to do.
All right, so let's see. This song, my number 5. Like I said, I know they played it on the radio a lot, and I came across it and again on here, and it was I bought the album. It probably Columbia House, and but it's Super Drag, Sucked Out. It's like, who sucked out the feeling? Is the who sucked out the feeling?
Oh, that's the name of that song.
Yeah, Sucked Out is the name of the song.
Okay,
and it's a great one. I don't remember anything else off the album, and I don't even think they had another album. I could be wrong, but I just now remembered one. We're going to go with it right now before I forget it again. Number 4. This one was Sugar Buzz is the name of the song by the Marvelous 3. And they did have a few other, they had at least another album, but it wasn't very good. And they kind of used some lyrics or played off of a Lita Ford song. I went to a party last Saturday night. I think I got drunk and I got in a fight. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's the Lita Ford song. And they kind of pay homage to it with this one of their lines in the very beginning. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the album cover is like a female mannequin, like posed in like some weird position. I mean, she's got hooker clothes on, the mannequin, and so
That's the theme.
it was interesting. And I don't remember it being played. It was probably played on the radio a little bit, but I don't know how I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of those two? None of them?
Yeah.
Oh, for two?
I've never heard of either one of them.
All right, good. And then I can go with one we've probably heard of then now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll go with Better Than Ezra. Good. Maybe we've heard of it. You were so good.
Yes. Yep. I heard that one.
Yeah, that was my buddy Don turned me on to it. He turned me on to a lot of good music before the radio did. And like I said, Counting Crows. Oh, what
I used to get Better Than Ezra mixed up with somebody else that had a name that was like Ezra. I have to think of it. I have to think about it because Better Than no.
One of my buddies had that album or CD or tape or whatever at the time, and I remember he played that. That was, and I'm like, I'd never really not a big fan. I didn't get him the same, but we were in, but
right.
He really jammed shit out of him.
Yeah, it's a really good album. I enjoy. That's one that probably could have made it to the, onto the list of listening all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Coyote, it's a good one. Oh, and that made me think of another one. Damn.
See, the problem with that, I don't know if they would be a one-hit wonder though. I mean, they were though, because they only had one real famous, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Better Than Ezra, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that The Good was the only one that got airplay, and then I think they kept making albums, but none of them were, airplay like they were.
I got you.
Okay,
what was some more lyrics to Good? Because I can remember Good, but I can't remember how it goes. Like I can hear Good, the good part playing in my head.
It's just like, I don't know.
Okay.
Was so good.
Yes. Okay.
I can't. Maybe I should call or write you a letter. Maybe we'll see on the 4th of July.
But I'm not too good, and I'm not too proud, and I'm not too good. And then we got to cut it off, or we got to pay him. Uh-oh, it's good. Oh.
Okay, now this one, I guarantee you all have heard Marcy's Playground, Sex and Candy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Loved that song from the get-go. Like I said, never heard. I mean, I'm pretty sure they came out with a couple of albums, but nothing that ever took that because they still play that song. I hear it almost every day.
They were at one of the Ozfests in Wichita, like 94 or something, and that was the only song people got. I think they were pretty decent, but that was the only song that anybody knew. So it was the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember the album cover, but I can't remember any other songs off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I'll go back and listen to it because again, I bought the album, and that's that song is what it used to be the formula. You put one song out that catches everybody's attention, they go buy the album, and
then you either have a song or an album with one good song or a good album.
This one, my number one, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
His previous album had some songs that I liked on it.
Mm-hmm.
They were never hits. I
was gonna say that one was one I had kind of on my list. That was a hard one for me because I actually really liked some of his other stuff, and we listened to it a bunch. And I think for a minute it did, but I'd give you that.
Yeah,
that's what it was. I seen that on the list, and I'm just kind of like, to me, he wasn't a one-hit wonder. He was a slow, like a quick hit, in the blurb of music. He didn't go long, but I just,
he went hard.
Yeah.
Hard in the paint.
But everybody, that would be the only song they would know. So I will give you that.
And I bet you between all three of us, we could sing the whole damn song.
Oh, for sure.
Probably,
for sure.
I can get most of it. Then I get tripped up and
If it's going, I'm for sure getting it all. Like, especially if the video's on.
Yeah.
I'm getting it, bro. Oh,
Coach
man.
shaking his big butt all over the living room.
Oh, dude, I'm freaking.
And
Kicks
that's
my back.
sparked a whole cultural change too, because back in that day, having a big butt, it was considered gross. It was considered nasty to have a big butt.
Yeah.
And then Sir Mix-a-Lot was like, "Well, I like big butts." You know,
And I cannot lie.
We've got the shout.
And then everybody came out the closet, the big butt closet, and they were like, "I do too."
What do you mean? I've always, I'm tired of seeing this little thing.
It really did. There was a whole.
That's why I watched Martin and I mean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got Martin on the reruns.
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of it. It's hard. It's weird. I was like, man, I can't. And it still is so popular, but I'm like, it was just meant to be like skit comedy type. It's how they started it, and then they're like, oh shit, we got to write a whole show.
Well, what really throws me is because we watched it, in not HD, and now we're watching it in HD, and you can like see the makeup, how much makeup that Martin had on his face. It's just it's like weird. It's like
I like it grainy, like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Lie to me again.
Lie to me again.
Oh, you guys remember Jennifer Lopez's butt was like the best butt there for a while?
Oh yeah.
It still is a pretty decent one. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's nice. Like, she still has the best natural butt. I'd bet her butt over any other butt, really. Beyonce has a nice butt.
We can do that podcast sometime. I mean, you want to do that one? You come on my show. You come on my show. We'll do, hell, I'll play guys with you. I got a list of, Oh.
I'm pretty sure she got her butt insured at some point. She had her ass insured.
I believe she did.
I don't got enough ass to insure. Anybody would though. It's so cheap. They're like, what are we insuring here? There's a little flat.
Let's inspect it here.
But I don't get back.
What are you? I'm a butt inspector.
I'm a butt inspector.
Yeah. Hold on. There's no butt here to insure. Come on, man. Without further ado.
Canceled.
Not going first today.
Silver medal.
I was turkey, man.
I was framed. Wait, no, that's not the Olympics. Oh, it might be.
I was Roger Rabbit.
It really was. Oh my God, I love that movie so much. And it was so jacked up. It was such a jacked up movie. I put it on for my kids and they were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit?"
We had some mushroom pizza one time and watched that show, dude. Oh my God.
Oh, the part where the boot got melted. Oh,
there's so many parts where it goes from like the real world. There's that. Yeah. It's pretty different.
Cool World would probably be a good one.
That's why I said Cool World's also on that list of those are the two best crossover probably movies I think there are.
Oh yeah.
Cartoon to real world.
Yeah, the two most popular, definitely. I haven't even seen. Oh, they had If just came out with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
that was a good crossover movie. I really enjoyed that, and it had a message.
I was kind of waiting to save it for the kid, but she don't want to.
Some of the SpongeBob ones I like where they go into the real world, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Anyway,
SpongeBob's not the 90's, man.
Yeah,
it is. SpongeBob was not 90s.
There was just a big debate. Its first episode was like in 99, late 99, and most of the episodes were in the 2000s.
Well, that counts.
Now, still.
In the 90s, yeah.
Well, but it's SpongeBob making a bunch of top cartoons of the 90s, and it's like no,
1999. It had a whole season in 99.
It doesn't count.
It does count, though.
It was 100% count.
99 was in the 90s.
No.
For sure. I'm gonna have to go. Yeah. I mean, if I was born in 99, I would be born in the 90s, I couldn't say, I mean, I would be a 90s baby, but 2000 kid.
Yeah, like I said, it's a 2000 cartoon. It's a 90s. Yeah, okay, anyway.
Origination.
Yeah.
That was its origination dates.
but most of its popularity flamed in the 20 to 2000s, whatever. Anyways, what's your list? Let's save us from this spongy mess.
We could also do this goddamn podcast.
That's enough.
Do not talk about SpongeBob in it. Oh.
How is this
I see
happening?
the comment section blowing up now. SpongeBobbers all across the world. Sorry, guys.
We're gonna cause the end of the world with our
I'm Team SpongeBob, just so you know. Probably Patrick more, but still.
Oh my god.
I'm Team Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I didn't even put Cat Dog in there.
Yeah. Courage the Cowardly Dog was a lot too. Was in there.
We could do this podcast too, but let's do the radio or the music one for now.
Right. Sorry. We got off track. Somebody brought up SpongeBob. Don't do it again. 1990s one-hit wonders. My top 5 came straight from the heart. These are songs that I danced to, sang to. Let me see. Cried to. There's one that I cried to. One encouraged me to destroy public property, so we'll make that one the last one. So here we go. Number 1 is by Ike Kamosi is his name, and it's called Here Comes the Hot Stepper.
Yep.
And when that song came on any radio in Denver, Colorado, where I lived, I would get up and dance any time of night, because it's just like it was calling to me, na 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 na, and I was like, yes.
No.
Na 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 na, here comes the hot stepper. And I'm like, yes, here he comes. I'm the hot stepper. I'm gonna be the hot stepper, not hot step. Oh, I hot stepped all up in the 90s.
Did he have a different name back then?
No, that's the one that came up when I found it, like when I found the song.
Yeah, maybe I'm
because I knew the song, like the song came in my head first.
I'm thinking of another song, so yeah.
Yeah. So Ike Kamosi is his name, and he's Jamaican.
It's a freaking awesome song. I like that.
Oh, yeah, I loved it when somebody would play it at a party. In fact, the only basement party that I threw at my house, that song came on the radio because I didn't have CD player or anything downstairs. We had peanut butter and Rice Krispie treats and whatever, and like maybe 5 people came and they were like, this party's lame, and they left. We danced that song first.
I used to think apart, said I'm the leprechaun something or what, I'm the lyrical.
He's the lyrical gangster.
Yeah.
Word up.
Leprechaun.
Excuse me, Mr. Officer.
Leprechaun
Word up.
gangster.
You love you like that. Word up. That's who he was. Number 2. Eagle Eye Cherry.
Yes.
Save Tonight.
Yes, that was on the tentative list. I loved that song.
Oh, yeah. That was the best song. And Eagle Eye Cherry, that was a good album from what I remember from having it. I lost it a long time ago, but I had that whole album, and it was good all throughout. But
I learned a little, the guitar part, just because it's a pretty easy chord progression. It's a standard chord progression, nothing crazy about it. Mm-hmm. But it's a good song, good message.
Yeah, that's it.
I think the video was pretty kind of trippy, I think, too.
Yeah, it was simple.
But
yeah, he's just kind of dancing around in the video. And I remember from the video some movements that were just like basic movements. It was just like a basic song.
I think it had like weird transitions or something as well.
Yeah, something like that. It was super sweet though.
It might be on the playlist. I'm going to do a playlist this week. I hadn't got last week's playlist done because we decided to do 3 songs. And like I said, it's been a long week. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That's a lot, actually, for a playlist. You could have just done 1 song off of every album, maybe, instead of doing all 3.
Yeah, I have to go back and do research, but we'll get it. We'll get something.
All right.
Something to represent.
That's it. Number 3, Positive K, I Got a Man. And I like that song, and I used to sing that song with my chest.
What's that?
which really doesn't explain a lot of my life decisions. But at the time, oh man, that was hot. Just like a woman being like,
I got a man. What's that got to do with me?
What's that got to do with me?
I got it, man. I'm not trying to hear that. See? But yeah, every time that song came on, it was just like, man, when I get a boyfriend, watch. I have a whole attitude for no reason. Just say hi to the dude. Hi. Smile.
I got a man.
I'm not trying to hear that. See.
That reminds me of those creepy guys that'll tell you to smile when you're just sitting there just minding your own business and deep thought, and they're like, smile. It's like, where are you?
Yeah.
Throat punch.
Number 4, Sean Mullins, Lullaby.
Oh, okay. Funny story. I love that song, right? 20 years I couldn't remember. I kept doing there's a Sean. There's another Sean that had a song that was just campy, I mean, it was in the same damn vein. I couldn't find it. And I mean, I would search for hours, just every 10 years or something. I would just search, all the Sean songs from the 90s, and I couldn't find it. Last year I found it, and like I said, it is super campy.
Oh my God.
But I love it.
It is the sweetest song.
In LA.
The first time that I heard it, I was laying in bed and my radio was on, and then all of a sudden this dude just comes whispering.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is he whispering about? So I got up and turned it up a little bit to see what he was whispering about.
It's a lullaby.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is a nice song. I really like it. And then as time progressed, it was one of my favorite songs. Just pretty much ever. Every now and again I'll put it on just so that I can feel like, man, life is just good and bad, man. I wish I was rich. She's seen her share of devils in this angel town.
Yeah.
All right, last one, which is going to be my vandalism song. Drum roll. Can you hear it? Because I got in trouble last time.
Well, I mean, you hit your computer where your mic's at. It does make it get loud. Just saying.
I was just saying. I was disciplined.
You're disciplined.
And I know now.
You did good.
10 out of 10.
Number 5, The Verb, Bittersweet Symphony.
Yep.
And it was I don't even know what that song is about. I was having teenage pre-teen.
Gotta take one off my list.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, that was the beginning of my teenage angst. And one of the things that really got me into that song was the video. Yeah. And this dude is just walking down the street pissed off, which is what I was doing. I don't know why I'm mad. Man, funny story. My oldest son, one day, he was just walking around the house mad. And then I was like, what is up with you? Why do you have an attitude? Why are you mad? And he said, I don't know. And then I got it. I was like, I get it.
That's kind of my problem a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm just pissed off. Leave me alone.
No particular reason.
Yeah, all right.
Everything and nothing.
Go on about your way.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the video, then you guys remember in the video, he would go by phone booths. Okay, kids. So once upon a time, there used to be phone booths.
I watched it today.
Yeah, and then you just take it off the hook and drop it.
Well, Cruel Intentions is what I always think of when I hear the song. The movie Cruel Intentions, the very end.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Very end, after he dies and old Reese Witherspoon helps complete his plan, and then that's what's playing when old gal, I can't remember her name, but she's getting her just desserts.
And it's a bitter.
That sounds bloody. I don't know.
Well, no, it wasn't bloody. I mean, it was just
cruel.
Yeah, Cruel Intentions.
Yeah.
You remember that movie?
I'd never watched it ever. It's been on. People have like told me about it and asked me to watch it, and I feel like I'm not dodging it. I just don't want to see it.
It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. I've
Is
seen
it?
it numerous times. It's not nearly the mindfuck as Requiem for a Dream is, but it's
Ooh.
pretty close.
Oh, that's a weird comparison because I can't even watch that movie again. That was too much.
It's pretty close to mindfuckiness. It's just like, wow. There's people like that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
Right.
watched it for a reason.
Good list.
Good list.
And that's the end of my list.
All right. Coach's turn.
Coach's turn. Joe's like, why do you guys call him Coach?
Who is it? Joe said that?
Yeah. I was like, well, he was a coach at some point. You know, he coached his kids, and that's his nickname. Or
And he thinks he always has to be in charge, and just all kinds of stuff goes with it.
Yeah,
Coach.
I don't know. He just came up and he was like, "I'm Coach," and I was like, "Okay,
That's what you get, Coach.
all right."
They're starting to call me in at work, man. What's up, Coach? All right. Number 5. Man, I liked butts, and he took one of mine like honorable mentions. So this was Rump Shaker Rex in effect.
Yes, yes.
You make it what? Just man. Video of them on that boat, man, and just man, we shouldn't have been able to watch that, man.
No,
I
should have been playing in that middle school.
I should have been. Oh yeah, dancing those girls. No, all the white girls at my middle school trying to shake their butts they didn't have. Man, it was.
You gotta shake what you have.
Yeah, shake what you don't got, or whatever. Since you took Bittersweet Symphony from me, I'm going to go with number 4. And this one to me, because the Proclaimers, I like them, and they did some stuff with I like some of their stuff, so this is hard. But if anybody else, this is one hit wonder. So I'm going to be is my number 4. And I would walk, I just 500 miles, and I would
walk
something about Polly, wasn't that the movie that really
yeah, yep. I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. Yeah. Anyways, it just makes me feel good, and so good song. Number 3, this song, it's probably one of my list, the ones that are really probably the most famous one, because it's still played every time a bar closes, closing time Semisonic.
Yeah, yep.
But man, we played the shit out of that song. That was always like the party ending song, or the going home song, or the whatever. So lot of playtime. So that's kind of how my list went, was playtime for me. So number 2. Man, my wife hadn't ever heard of this song or seen the video until tonight, and I played it right before we came out here. And I don't know if she'll ever be the same, but it's 3 Little Pigs, Green Jelly, and little pig, let me in, not by the hair on my chin. Oh man,
right. Oh, that's
and I'll blow your house in. Oh man, that freaking that video, just the claymation and the freaking that. Breaks, he smoked on his ganja all day or whatever, he made his house out of trash and mainly out of cans and sticks. I don't know. Good, man. We got that one.
I think I've told the story a million times, but I'm not. But hanging out with the bus we opened up for him, Bill Ware,
really?
On their 95th comeback tour.
Yeah,
95th.
Yeah. And the drummer just wanted to talk about Maynard and really pissed the guy off and kicked us off the bus.
Well, sorry you had a bad experience, but I love the song.
No, yeah, great song. We hooked him up with some broccoli, so that was cool. Got to eat some broccoli with him.
So if we were doing 2010 songs, that would be on there. Would be on mine, broccoli. All right, my number 1, dude. My brother had this recorder, and I think I told a story about this recorder. I used to do a lot with it, and that's how when I first got it. That's how I got into podcasting. I thought it was cool enough that people wanted to hear my takes on shows and on sport. Like I'd watch like the Dallas Cowboys games, and I'd freaking do commentary and like try to make my friends listen to it. And they're like, "Dude, what are we doing?" But when I first got this from my brother, this freaking tape was in it, and it was Paperboy, and it was Diddy.
Oh yeah.
And dude, that song, man, just do the did it if you want to, because then I can see. I'm not a good singer, but man, that song, man, I bet I played it a billion freaking times. I mean, because it was like maybe 2 songs, and I don't think I liked the other song that much. But but I just remember, I bet I just played it over and over and over and over. So
rewind, play,
yeah.
rewind,
I don't know
play.
that song, man. And I remember when I got my first car, I made sure I got that CD so I could freaking listen to that song, freaking cruising around, dude. Maybe it was a tape even then.
That was badass.
So that's my list, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I had I Wish Skilo as a tentative.
Yep.
Eve 6, Semisonic. One of my favorites was Jimmy's Chicken Shack, which they had High.
Yeah,
a great song, but they had a lot of good songs off the album. I think some of the other songs, Another Day, I know has made one of my lists at least. But and then sitting here listening to you guys' list, I thought of a million. What'd you say?
I had Send Me on My Way, Rusted Roots, which was a good one.
Well, the K, I thought when you said the K, what was the gal's name? I Got a Man.
Are you pointing at me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I Got a Man.
Yeah, positive K.
Positive K. I thought of Special K, or isn't it? Or K's Choice. I'm Not an Addict. That's what I thought you. I'm not an addict. I can't sing. But it's K's Choice, isn't the name of that song? But that would have definitely made.
I don't know if I remember that one. I probably would if I heard it. Somebody,
That's what I'm thinking.
Somebody sang it better.
Possum Kingdom, Toadies, Informer, Snow.
Yeah. And that's who I was thinking of.
Novocaine for the Soul.
Yeah.
Eels. I don't know. EELS.
Yeah.
And then Still My Sunshine, Lynn. That one almost made my list because that's still a song. You're still my sunshine.
You stole a song from my tentative list.
Sorry. I just went all freaking. I just named all my songs. I'm sorry, I went crazy.
No, you're fine.
I go last, so I got to at least get to do my second list first.
That works. It's a circle of life, man.
Circle of life, indeed.
What are some of the songs that made you mad? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I got a All for One, I Swear.
Yep. I swear. And I tried to hook up with so many chicks to that song.
I swear I won't cheat on you.
Or dances, dude. That was the dance song, man. Like, girl,
the
moon and the stars. Oh man. Oh yeah.
It was sweet.
Dance Casey, man, from freaking 5th grade to 8th grade, dude.
And I swear that I'll be.
I'm looking around for a girl to dance with right now. I mean, because.
Where's she at?
Yeah.
Then I got Billy Cyrus, Achy Breaky Heart.
Yep.
Which is the best song in the world. Except for it didn't make my list because it really isn't.
It's the best worst song ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Macy Gray, I Try.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a hard one because I think she had some other. Well, I guess that's the only song you're right I could name. So she just like she had some other stuff. She worked with some other people on stuff, I think. But
yeah. And what was so crazy about her career is she just went to audition or something as a joke. Like she wasn't even really serious about it. Then they were like, "You're in." She's like, "What?"
What?
And they're like, "And you're a superstar." And she's like, "What?"
That's how I got this podcast. I went here as a joke for this interview, and he's like, "You're in, dude."
I'm like, "All right, I guess."
Okay.
Well, the ones that looking on the list, Blind Melon really pissed me off because they had, the No Rain. Yes, that was their biggest hit, but Change was a hit, and I would call it a hit. I think it had a lot of. I've heard it more recently on the radio, other than No Rain, but they kind of pissed me off. And then Everlast, I'm like, yeah, but he's he's still doing stuff, but no, he hasn't really had big hits. But I love a lot of his music. The stuff.
Yeah, but they had
hits.
one that I couldn't get over. They had like House of Pain on there.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, man, I like some House of Pain, but again, I was a white dude in the you know, in Kansas, and you found something, you're like, oh yeah, that's what everybody likes, and they're like, no, I mean, that was their song.
Yeah, it was on the list too, but that's just Everlast. You know, that was just the first incantation of him, and so I mean, like, you know, he didn't poof disappear. He still stuck around and you know, had a few beefs with Eminem, and you know, survived.
That was probably his next most stuff, though, would be his beefs with Eminem.
Yeah, I can't think of. There was one more. Oh, Matchbox 20. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This should not be. I mean, because they had hit after hit after hit after hit.
Well, that and even bigger than that, they toured forever.
Yeah.
I mean, that would, you know, because they were with like Sugar Ray and a bunch of other people touring for, you know, so they were the third band with every pretty big tour for a while.
Yeah, Rob Thomas went on and had his own career. I saw him when he came to Wichita a while ago, actually. It's been like 6 or 7 years ago, so he had been back. But
kick it with Santana, man.
Yay!
Was it Smooth? Smooth was his song with Santana.
So smooth.
Yeah.
Well, they had like some like one of my lists had Rage Against Machine, Guerrilla Radio, and again, that would probably be if you are not a fan, if you only listen to radio ever, that would probably be the one, you know, the big Rage song. But to me, they're not. I mean, they freaking were going forever. They were part of Oz. I mean, they toured with everybody, you know.
Yeah, so they definitely were a one-hit wonder.
They had like their own freaking cult, you know. So that's where I don't think a band that had a cult can be, you know. Yeah.
Afro Man. I just thought of Afro Man.
Yeah, he was just here.
I would have said he's 2000s, even though you might say that was 99. Oh.
Oh wait, no, he's coming. Afro Man is coming here.
Yeah.
Barleycorns, I think. To the legendary Barleycorns, isn't it?
Yeah, like next week.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I know I've been seeing stuff. I haven't been on the socials very much. I'm just like, yeah,
it's depressing right now.
Yeah.
Well, all the time, but
even more so.
Yeah.
It's I got stuck on the loop of the Gen haters, you know. I mean, they're like Gen Z and Gen X are talking shit on each other. They're, you know, it's like, okay, do you guys not realize they're trying to, you know, make us hate each other for all of our differences? That's all, you know. I mean,
yeah, because
all they're trying to do, and now we're ageisms. I'm like,
we're gonna fight about anything.
Yeah.
We have the biggest platform in history to get together and solve some shit,
and we're just
and
finding
use it to argue.
That's what sucks. There is some good stuff that comes out of it, but the bad that it empowers is just so, I don't know, overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah. And I mean, you have to set an intention, just like with anything. If you want to do good and you want to use that platform, then it's one of those things that you have to put the work into also. So I could sit here and I can bitch about it all day, but like, what am I doing to help?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. Positive shit.
Positive shit. Worry about it. All right. Well, I'm gonna go make my appearance.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta go eat. I got food in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my appearance, and then I'm gonna relax the rest of the night. And yeah, we'll figure out something for next week. It may be figure out what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. That's what.
And when we're gonna do it on this beautiful Saturday at 6.
Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday night.
Saturday.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.